Hi everyone. I hope you're having a really good summer so far. Mine's doing pretty good. I'm Margaret Marie and welcome to my channel. So what I have for you today is an eyeshadow tutorial for mature eyes, because most of us, when we turn like 49, 50, we start having some problems, and these are the problems I'm going to show you. Now you can see on my eye when I close it, see this part? This is what we call a hooded eye, how the skin kind of comes over. See where you lift it up, you can see there's a whole nice movable eyelid, or a mobile eyelid is what they call it. See under there? And then you put that back down and look what happens. And then of course we have our lovely wrinkles and our crow's feet right here. So I'm going to show you how to navigate over these folds and make a really nice modern eyeshadow look that's great for every day, and I'll show you how you can glam it up a bit if you want for special occasions. So the first thing that you are going to want to do, and this is what I do before I put any eyeshadow on or mascara or anything else, is curl your eyelashes. Now what I did do before I started, my prep work. Now what I do is I always put my foundation on first and do my face makeup first, which you can see I've got my face makeup on. And then what I do is when I'm putting on my, like say my primer, I always include my eyelids really good on there. And I'm still using the Belizio Secreto primer. So I get some of that, as I'm putting it on my whole face, I put it on my eyes as well. And then what I do is when I'm putting on my foundation, I put foundation over that, and sometimes concealer as well. So I'm really prepping my eye before I do anything else. And why I do that is because it'll even everything out. It just makes everything, you want to start with an even tone, an even surface. You want to keep everything on a nice background. Let's just call it a background. Okay, so of course we're going to start with curling our eyelashes. And I know this part, a lot of women hate this part, but if you very gently place this right on your lid like so, come up a bit, and then just ease it on there before you do any heavy squeezing. Just kind of push that back and then ease that on there before you do any heavy squeezing. Before you like squeeze down real hard, make sure you don't have your skin pinched in there. So just place that right on there and press. Get those eyelashes in there nice and press. And I like to hold this for about 4 seconds or so, something like that. And then go over and do it again. That way this gets this all out of the way, and then after you get your shadow on, you can just put your mascara on. You don't have to go through this. And also too, you could have gunk down in here. You see, look at all that. That's mascara and everything. You could have all that in there, and you don't want to transfer it onto your eyelid. So that's probably one of the main reasons that I always curl my eyelashes first. I'm going to apply a guard on my eye. And because these are really sticky, they'll pull the hair right off of your face. See that? So that's why I like to do this a bunch of times. And then in my placement now, even though I have concealer and everything under there, I can always go back and retouch that up. So I'm not really worried about that. What I am worried about is this sticking on me too hard and it being painful to pull it off. Now, you can line this edge right here. You want to line that up with the end of your eyebrow. You've got it right about there. So that's how you're going to want to place it. And then, of course, the other side. And I'm just taking this off like so. Just to get all the really harsh stickiness out of it. And then, see how I line up this corner right here with this edge right here. And just kind of slightly tilt it a little bit so you've got your nice angle. Okay, go ahead and place it on there. Now you are all ready for your next step. Okay, so the next step you're going to want to do is you're going to want to apply a base. So just get the things out of there really well. So yes, you're going to want to apply a base. Now lately I've been using the MAC paint pot, in the soft ochre, which works pretty well. And I kind of hesitated to buy this because it seemed like it would be really drying on my dry skin, and I don't want to dry it out any further than what it already is, but it's actually not so drying. Now, I'm going to show you a trick. Now, we're going to do our eyebrows last because I'm going to be pulling up my eyelid like so, and I'm going to be touching my eyebrows, so there's no sense in doing my eyebrows now, you know, when I'm going to be touching them and putting my hand on them. And I don't need to do too much. I've really let them grow out a lot, so I don't need to fill in too much. So having put some soft ochre on this nice soft round kind of a flat topped brush, we're going to just start right here. I like to start at the center and work my way out because of all this crepey skin. Now, as you can see, I pulled this up so we can get all the way in there to the lid. So starting at the middle and then come down. Now, a lot of people use their finger. If you're going to use your finger doing this, use your little finger because your little finger has the capability of getting right there. You see how that kind of fits there perfectly? If not, use a brush because a brush will work. But so that's the first thing you want to do, of course. Pull that eyelid up. Now release. And after you release, just go softly over it like so. See how I do that? So just pressing that in and going over it like this. Just bring it in to the end of your eyelid, and that is a really good way to start out the whole look on your eye. Is just start in the center, just like I did with that one. See the center there? Pull it up a little bit so you can get it under there really good, because that's where my crease is going to be. See where that white part is? That's where my crease is going to be. So you just want to get that all worked out like this, and going like this really helps keep the crepey skin over to the side instead of in the middle of your lid. It just kind of smooths it over. Release and just press it all the rest of the way in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to start applying the eyeshadow, and the first palette that I'm going to use is from the Morphe. This is the 350M, and which the M stands for matte, but I like to think of it as mature, for mature faces. And here's what the palette looks like. And what I like to do is I like to start with using like some kind of a soft orangey looking, like a peachy orange type look for this. So what we're going to do, I don't want it too orangey, and I don't want it too dark brown, and I don't want it too dark at all. So what I'm going to do is probably start with this one right here. So you just get in there and get a little bit on your brush, and I take this finger and just go like this. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start with a light placement. Okay, so let's come in nice and close here. And I like to start right about here and just start kind of brushing this back and forth just a little bit like that. See, we're just starting. See, it already looks better. And look forward a little bit. So, because when you open your eye, you want to see which part of the eyeshadow is going to show. And you want a little bit of it to show over your eye, but you don't want it up way too high up here. You want to keep it right about in through here. Alright, so let's move this up just a little bit. And you can see the shadow I created. Let's just build on that shadow a little bit. Okay, now let it go back down. And now here's when you can do your windshield wiper motions. And so you just very gently, very lightly now turn the brush to get the stuff off the other side, to get all the product placement. And you see it's come down here a little bit, but we'll fix that. But for now, just get this on here. Just creating a nice little shadow like this. The next thing I want to do is take like a shade that's a lot darker. So let's see, what shade would be a lot darker? I'm going to choose something with a little gray in it as well. And I think I'm going to choose this smoky right here. This kind of mocha looking color right there. We'll go ahead and start with that. Now, here's where you need to find your bone. Your bone is right through here. You want to take your finger and press it where you can see where it is, and that is where you're going to put this darkest color. You see that? You can already see that kind of line right there, but watch when you press into the bone. You see how that just lays it right in there really, really well. See that? Okay, now you don't want to try to blend with your pencil brush, so let's see. I'm going to take this soft, fluffy blending brush, and what I'm going to do is now I'm going to hold the eyelid up again, and I'm going to gently, oh so gently. Now don't worry about anything you get on here. We're going to clean all that up. So for now, and you want to have it go up as opposed to maybe blending it downward, but I want to blend it kind of up. And just really get it in that crease, in that socket. It's basically your eye socket that you're working with here. So you just want to get that blended in really, really, really well. And you'll just keep blending like this until after you take it off. And now release it and continue to blend. You want to blend that in there really, really, really well. Alright, having gotten that into your crease really well, and you've created a nice little shadow, but you can see I've got lots of eyeshadow on that mobile, whatever you call it, eyelid. So I've got a clean cleansing wipe, and what I do is I just take my finger, stick it through there like so, and now we're going to wipe off just a little bit of this. Just a little bit. And just go over your eyelid. Don't worry about whatever you already have on your eyelid. Just go ahead and go over it, because we don't want the eyeshadow dipping down into that space right there. We want to definitely see the difference. So just take your cloth and just wipe off any shadow that you have there. And that will definitely get you ready for the next step. Alright, so I'm taking a flat brush and the end of my little doe foot, my little deer's foot wand here. Trying to talk at the same time. Alright, so let's get a little bit of that on our brush. I'm just going to hold this down just a little bit. Get that on there. I think maybe I'll go better like this way. Yeah, I always have better luck going this way. So what I'm going to do is just bring this down and across. Get it right into your seam there and pull it down. And you want to do this rather carefully so you don't get it anywhere into that nice crease you just made there. But you do want to get your edges. So the way to do that is to place your brush right there and then just pull it down. And see where that, I can wipe that away later, that's no big deal. You make a mistake, you can always wipe it away later. Okay, and then you just want to follow the basic pattern of your eye socket. Just kind of carve that around there like so. And you can probably do it a lot less messy than what I'm doing. Then I go down to the bottom and just take it and just sweep it across like so. Now what you can do is you can take, I was there, sorry about that. You take your little finger, this is where this comes in handy, and you can just press it in really gently. Hold this part out so you can get in there really good. And just set your finger on there and press. That's about the easiest way to do this. And you will just press this all out nicely. And we will go back over anything that we've messed up. So just press that on there lightly until it's nice and smooth and even. And then see what I can do is I can take that brush again with that. And then I can just fix that like so. You see how? And you just fix it like so. Okay, so you have the idea. Okay, so just get it, you want it to look about like that. Alright, so you want to bring it down like this. You want to start at the edge, kind of like how you did your placement of the shape tape. Notice I didn't try to say tart shape tape, I just said shape tape. It's just so much easier. And just work that around like so. Now let it go, and then just pat, pat, pat all the way over to the end, like so. Just pat, pat, pat it in there. So do it again. I'm gonna stick it in there a little more because I like a lot of lid color on there. Lay it flat, bring it down, and then over to the side. Like leaves that skin right there. See, just leaves it right there, and then press it over like so. See, what I'm trying to do is hide that wrinkle right there. I just want it to look like my nice eyelid, not a wrinkled up eyelid. Now see, when I close my eyes regular, see how all that recedes in there, and see how it covers up all the wrinkles and everything. It just, and then you could just kind of pat it back over to the side like that. That looks so much better. I love this technique. It just works for me. It really gets around all those little wrinkles and fat folds and all that lovely stuff that we get. So that is how you want to get that nice eye color on there. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. Say you want it just kind of that same pink color that you have on your cheeks. Well, I like to take this Dandelion Benefit. This is my favorite blush I've ever tried. I have to tell you, this gives your skin such a soft, pretty pink glow. I love it. Well, you can just take your makeup brush and dip it right in there too, and then hold that lid up. And look at that. Isn't it pretty? I just love the way this blush looks on my eyelid. I just think that looks so youthful and so pretty. And it goes with my shirt, you know, but besides that, look at that. Isn't that nice? I just love that look. But yeah, you can do that with your blushes. So that's just another little tip, of course. Okay, so as you can see, I have my mascara on already. And so basically that is this look. Now what I did, I used a little bit of eyeshadow or eyeliner, and I did a very thin where you really can't even see. It's just so tiny and so up against the lash line that you can't even really see it. And that's the look that I like. I think that on mature eyes, if you do heavy eyeliner with the wing and everything, it just makes you look older and kind of strange. So I just like to save that look for you younger gals. That look always looks good on young skin that's not creepy and not, you know, not old like mine. So, and what I did is I filled in my brows a little bit, and then I brushed them with my spoolie, and that was basically all I needed to do on that. And I put just a tiny bit of mascara on the bottom lashes, not a whole lot, because sometimes that will totally drag your eye down. And notice I kept everything out of this area. Now what I did was I took a little bit of concealer and I just dotted it around here and reapplied it, and then just pressed it in with my finger to complete the look on each side. So as you can see, everything in through here is nice and clear, so the eye does look way more lifted. Now say if it's just not the look you want just a little more heaviness, now you can always go back with that pencil brush and you can just darken this up a little bit, just a little bit, but don't bring it down too far, because it will make your eyes look very droopy. But yeah, you can always go back, touch in a little bit. Another good thing, just poke it in here and then just go forward like so. So as you can see, so that as you could see, I'm sorry, as you could see, the eyelid looks way better. It does. It's not quite as wrinkly looking. This part has receded with that dark color. Then you have your eyelid right here. See how you can see it all? And it's a nice flattering color, pink. Matches my shirt. That's all, you know, very soft looking. And then just like I said, if you look back to before, you could see all the wrinkles. You could see all that. Now you can't really see them. So that's good. And just get your little color here. If you go back and you find that you have a couple more wrinkles showing, just go back in with that pencil brush and that darker brownish gray eye color and just kind of tap it in a little more until it looks the way you like. Okay, so that is it. That is the look. Let me come in nice and close. And you can wear this look anywhere. It looks appropriate for any occasion. let's say you're going to like a wedding and you're going out to a club or something like that, or whatever it is you do. I like to take this Stila. This is a very sparkly, pretty, very sheer eyeshadow color. And there's not a whole lot to it. I mean, as far as the color goes, this would just be something you would pat over the whole eyeshadow look. Not the whole look, I mean the whole eye, but just the eyelid part, you know. And you would just get a little on there and tap it right in. So that's how you would fancy up this look. And see how pretty that is? Ooh. Yeah, if you like that little bit of shine up there, that's what mica will do. That's mica in your makeup products. That's what mica does. It makes everything shiny. It's the sparkle. So, okay, so in wrapping this up, that is the look. That is how to do it. As you can see, it is extremely easy. And anyone could do this. So if you haven't been wearing eyeshadow because of wrinkles and you just not really sure how to apply it, there you go. And anyone can do this. And I would recommend the Morphe brushes for starting out. They are really good brushes and they are affordable. Just make sure you get the real thing. There's a lot of dupes out there and you don't want dupes. You want the real thing. So the Morphe brushes, I like the 350M Morphe eyeshadow for the matte colors. And any of your eye pencils, any of your mascara, any of that will work. So you don't have to spend a fortune to get this look, in other words. So, okay, well that is it. That is the end of this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I would be more than happy to answer them for you. And until next time, you guys have a really good summer and a really good rest of your day. And y'all take care. Okay, bye.